got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers.
Hey,
The
what's
mission.
going on, gang? It's Marauder Music with 3-piece TCG, Bear, Pirates TCG, and 2D. They finally freed my boy Bruffy. That's right, gang. Smash the like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, and go down in them comments. Let me know, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What would you be doing differently? Now, before we get into it, I know what you're saying. Yo, where's this leader? Yo, they made a big face Usopp. They didn't make a big face Usopp. K Design made a big face Usopp. And if you follow the link in the description to kdesign.com, you'll be able to see that and all these wonderful creations. Who's is bigger, right? And use 3-piece TCG for 25% off your entire order. Also, the memberships are live, ladies and gentlest of hams. So the channel is here for joy and or knowledge. If you have received either one of these, do consider joining that 3-piece Navy, dog. Be smashing and finger popping, putting on that pressure, or big city hooping for the whole shebang. And to all of my 3-piece Navy gang members, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Y'all truly do keep this boat afloat. Also, the music that you guys are hearing, it was all from me, written, produced, engineered, etc. And it's available on all streaming platforms. Follow the DistroKid link in the bio. Now, big praise and thanks to the patron saint of One Piece Simulator, my Batsu. We have gotten our starter deck 26 and all of the starter decks live. Okay, now what you're gonna see is some matches against this and into the OP12. And the reason why is because I was so used to doing como se dice, I was so used to playing in Eastern that when I booted up and I finally got it, and it was a whole fiasco. I'll show you guys, but I finally got it going, and yeah, I realized after a while I was playing OP12. We still did pretty good. So I was actually running this Luffy right here. Now, let me get into this for everyone who's newer to the game, okay? Dawn ×1, your characters have +1 cost, okay? Your turn once per turn, and when 2 or more Dawn cards on your field are returned to your Dawn deck, you get to have 1 come back as active and 1 as rested, okay? So 1 sexually active Dawn, 1 celibate Dawn, and that's okay. Anyhow, so we built our deck with this in mind. Now, one of the big things that you're noticing here, apart from the 2 brand new additions, is I'm actually running a searcher. So what I feel like we're moving into, even though in the last time I took Black Purple Luffy out, I had no searcher and we had no Bruffy, as we call him. I used to call him underage drinking Luffy, or UAD Luffy. And then I said, yo, he's Luffy. He's got a Bruffy, okay? Like, yo, it's Bruffy, all right? From here on out, we're calling it Bruffy. You heard it here first. 3-piece exclusive, right? Anyhow, I feel like this card is very much how we stay relevant and or just win the game, okay? I hate for it to turn into another 1-card deck, but you can definitely win. You can definitely put on that pressure. But becoming a 7K leader with 12 2Ks, it gets really hard for your opponent to finish you, right? Now, you know, this leader, this searcher, and I know I'm skipping over these, but I'm just talking real quick. The searcher is a top 4, not a top 5, and it doesn't search anything 1 or less. So these cards right here, some of your most impactful, most important cards at times, especially Giant, really, they'll get bottom decked right in front of your face. This ain't searchable. This ain't searchable. Everything else is. All right. Okay. So, but we're adding that for that. Let me take it from the top now. I'm a little all over the place. Hey, look. I got off work this morning, okay? and found that I found out this was like live, and I was like, oh shit, we gotta do it. So I'm gonna be VV Theory for a day and see how I like it, with the exception of me just getting off work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then getting home, doing my thing, and then figuring this out. And we're also going live today. So I'm uploading the video today. I'm going live later today. We'll see how everything goes. It's going to be great. Anyhow, so I'm only running 2 secret Luffys. Now, why am I only running 2 secret Luffys, not 3, not 4, not 5? Well, it's because 5 is illegal, and I don't have 4 or 3. I got 2. I got a regular art, and I got a stay out of my personal space Luffy. So I said, you know what? I'm going to practice how I play. And that's fine too, because it's a lot of bricks, right? So we're keeping it like that. Great card. You won't be using it on curb, as in like at 6, as much as you would think. And you won't be using its ability as much as you would think. It's a great finisher card, but it's just... It's let me tell you why it's here. It's here because of Blackbeard. Blackbeard, it goes great into Blackbeard, because Blackbeard has a tough time popping 6s, let alone 7s. They do got some new cards we're going to have to be looking out for, but it's got Rush. It puts that immediate pressure on them. And then if they want to swing, by the time you play it into the game, if they want to swing, they've got to spend Dawn swinging into it as opposed to developing what they want. And then, of course, if we were to wait and play it out at the end of the game after we've been, busting them up and they're playing their Blackbeards, then maybe they played 1. This card swinging twice can absolutely just throw the whole game, take the game for you. So that's why we love Monka de Loof. And of course, if you find yourself in being a 7K leader and having a couple Dawn up, having all these 2Ks, having the counters and such, you can absolutely, almost bit my lip, you can absolutely afford at times to go from 2 to 1 life, be a 7K leader. You know what I'm saying? And get that extra swing in and set up that next turn lethal, right? But typically we like to save it for lethal. Anywho, now we got Black Maria. Black Maria, I'm still running 4 up, and the reason why is because, again, Blackbeard is a deck, right? And with Black Maria, we're not concerned about Blackbeard black holing us turn 1. We're still gonna ramp. Suck it. You know what I mean? Also, every once in a while, we might, if we have this card out and it stays out, you might want to do this ability and then this ability, and that -4. Well, you use her ability, you're right back to where you started. You might want to do this ability and this, and you use this, and you're right back where you started. Also, you might just have all of your Dawn tapped, okay? You might have played out 6-drop Luffy and not done anything. You might not have reversed anything. Guess what you can do? You can ramp up 5, come all the way back down. You'll match your opponent, and then you'll ramp 2 additional. Now, that only works once, but yeah, so keep that in mind. Sanji's great. Turning target sideways, swinging into him, and we're swinging over everything just about. So even or everything kind of deal. And it's a great searchable. It's a 1K counter. It's a big body. It's hard to pop at 7. That's why we're running 4. We love it. We already talked about law searching. Law searches out everything but this card and these 2 cards. But everything else is searching. Big target is Monka de Loof and or a ramp if we don't have it. And of course, later game, we're only playing it if we kind of feel like we got our giants, right? Or we really need a finisher in one of these, right? So that's kind of why we're running him. Still on the fence, but I'm liking it. I need this consistency. In a world where Yamato is running rampant and he ain't taking no prisoners. Yamato, he is swinging double attack, banish, final warning, hands are tied. Okay, like trying to save your job. Hands are tied. Final warning. Can't do it. Okay. Anyways, Frankie's here for late game. We may drop Frankie at 4. But typically late game, get rid of a brick. Get rid of something that we're not using. You know what I'm saying? And draw 2 cards. Establish a blocker. Keep it moving. We love it. Zoro is the Manmaries. Sir Manmaralot is here for ramping, and that's pretty much that. If you're at 10, Well, actually, now we can't do that because we don't have pudding. We'll talk about pudding, Sanjin pudding. But anyways, that's what they're there for. That and pressure. If you're going second, and you can do the Zoro play. Remember my Zoro play? That was pretty fun too. But yeah, you can if you're at 4 Dawn, you can use their ability. You'll get 1 Dawn act. You'll have 1 Dawn, active after you rest 3, right? Boom. And then you go up 1 for him and up 1 from your leader and then arrested, right? And then you play another one and then you get 1 more Dawn back. And now you've established 2 Zoros and you get to swing 6. Pretty cool. Luffy is proven to be an MVP in this deck. Oh my goodness. Outside of this one, oh my goodness. I mean, let me just say whoever, outside of anybody. I mean, I would run 4 of these if I had it, probably. I mean, I might be changing up the deck, let me tell you. But yeah, Luffy goes hard AF and completely hijacks the blue purple Luffy, the Nami. It hijacks a lot of matches. Oh my gosh, high value threat. They want a red rocket. We still got our board and we're right back in that ass. Okay, so that's what we love about it. We got so this was the promo. And yeah, when attacking, -10, set this card as active, blah blah blah. You get the swing again. I want to play with this. I didn't get to. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, the other one I really want to add in here, and I'm telling you guys right now, we've been talking about it. Is this one right here? Where are you at? Oh yeah, running 4 of these things. I want to see what this is gonna work like. But we'll touch on this, yeah. Bullet is here because really good into the Blackbeard matchup. Speak of the devil, and yeah, so great into the Blackbeard matchup, and outside of that, he beats the hell out of 4 life leaders. It's really hard for people to get rid of them at a 9 cost 10k body. And I say 9 costs because when we play him, typically we'll have 1 Dawn. But on those awkward 8 Dawn turns, you can slap him out, and they're probably not going to have any answer for him whatsoever. And if they don't, hashtag guess what? We're going to -4 Dawn. We're going to turn target sideways. Blockers. We're going to swing for at least 10. Or, maybe 11 if we use our ability and we get 1 back. And that's that ass. That is that ass. So, yeah, great card. I've been having a lot of fun, but he's on the chopping block, and the reason being is the rest of this is, well, we want to talk about these, but look, the rest of this is pretty straightforward, but I want to talk about the missing. We were running 4 of these. Now, running 4 of these, but I started to feel like I was getting a little bogged down mid-game with some bricks. And if I had some bricks, I wanted them to be a little more dispersed. I wanted this to be the brick. I wanted this to be the brick. I wanted, you know what I mean? I wanted this and this. Having this is great because when you use this ability, you only negative 1 Dawn, and 2 of the Dawn of the 3 that you use come back as active, which is great. Works the same way with this. Works the same way with this. So I'm trying with this list, no Sanji pudding. And I'm just saying, let's see. At the end of it all, I might be doing this. Maybe. I don't know. Right? Okay, so Bullet is, for right now, Bullet was in this list that we're testing. So we're gonna put it back, and I'll reset the list for you guys as well. Uso Hachi Miso Horny, best 2K in the game. It will win you games, be it by counter or on playability. Absolutely amazing. Tony Chopper, we're putting 2 of this in there. It's not the card you want to play on curb. It's not the card you always need at the end of the game. However, if you're going up against any other purple Luffy that has access to Gum Gum Giant, and they leave 1 up, and you play this little fucker, and he gives you well, your ability, and then you also get to turn that Dawn sideways, so now they got to actually have it in their hand. Oh yeah. Also works great into Bonnie. They think they're gonna you got these 2 bigs on board. They think they're only gonna have to deal with 1 big city swing. Nah, shouty. We're going to play this Tony Chopper. We're going to turn that Dawn sideways, and I'm going to swing twice. I'm going to swing with all the bigs. I'm going to swing with everybody. No Noro beam for you, Bonnie. So we love it. Nico Robin is Zoro, but a 2K and a 2K counter and a 4K body. Okay, same call, same everything. If we have both of these in our hand, we play Zoro because Zoro's the brick. Bricks we always get out of our hand. If your brick isn't good enough to get out of your hand, I'm gonna take that sip one of these days. If that brick in your hand isn't good enough to play on curve, it's not good enough to be in your hand. Okay, that's what I want you guys to understand about deck building in general. And the reason, and that's the reason why you'll see these decks running around with 20, 28 fucking bricks. It's because all of those cards that they're playing, they want to play on curve. That's the reason why I'm second guessing running 4 of these, is because I typically ramp and then 6 Dawn, or I play this for 1, right? And that's the problem I'm having, right? Do I want this to stay more mid-rangey? What are we doing? Because also if, and I'm skipping over them, sorry, but also keep in mind, great card into red as well, because you do -2 Dawn, you get the ramp, etc. But now you got a 4K body on the field, and you get to attach 1 and swing into anything, especially at that stage in the game. We love it. Going back to what I was talking about. So yeah, we're getting a little bogged down, and this card is great, but sometimes I would rather just play it after this. So if I would rather play it after this and before this, then perhaps, maybe, just maybe, we're talking about a 2-of situation. Okay, so anyhow, but then we gotta make the wait. Bruffy, yo, this card changes the game, dog. I'm gonna need a sip for this one. Sip the brew for the Bruffy. Okay. All right. So you're looking at the stats. 6 for 7. Okay. On play and when attacking. On play / when attacking. Okay. Dawn -2. If your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Dawn cards on their field, your Straw Hat type leader base power becomes 7K until the end of your opponent's next end phase, okay? All right. So this works in tandem with your ability perfectly, okay? Not so much with other leaders, but we'll get into that. Anyhow, this card is what's going to give us the value, going to win us the games, etc. Now, if you're going first, okay, and you ramp from odds to evens with one of your 12 ramp cards, when you play them, they will not be able to give you a 7K base body. However, you will still be able to -2 Dawn because of the language of the card, the way it's read. That happens first, then if, right? So what does that mean to us? That means that we are playing this card for 5 instead of 6. For Luffy, Black Purple Luffy, this card costs 5, not 6, which is amazing. So you're getting a 5 for 7 body that will stick because you will put that 1 Dawn on your leader to make it a 7 cost 7K body, and they will not be able to get rid of it. Very, very curious cases that they actually could. I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know. There would have to be some Kuzan bullshit. But anyhow, so yeah, this is why we love it. Also, this works in tandem with this, which is why we like to have it. And here's the other thing. This is probably going to be your most important card in the game now. And I know I was talking about that a little bit earlier. It's what you want to see in your mulligan. It's what you want to see off your search. It's what you want to see. Because when we play this out, it's going to make our leader very sticky, very hard. We're going to be saving a lot on our car insurance, okay? Because they cannot just swing frivolously anymore. All these little pee-pee poo-poos that they have out there, if they have 5K bodies, guess what? Now you're gonna have to, swing. You're gonna have to invest 2 Dawn at pivotal turns in your development to be able to swing at our leader, or you continue to develop, and so do we, and we continue to swing as well. That's the kind of environment that Bruffy creates, okay? There's another point I was going to make. Let's see if I can remember. Yes. It also will act as a 7K blocker, okay? Now, this is also great because remember, we're ramping and we're cheating it out early, okay? And when I say early, I also want to say often. Why? Because if they get rid of this card, we want to have another one just ready to play. However, if you find yourself in situations where you went from 6 to fucking 8 the next turn, and you didn't have your Douglas bullet, you didn't have another one of these, whatever, you didn't have any other big threats, you didn't have a Sanji, play another one. Play another one. Use one of their abilities, obviously not the other one, but play another one and keep it moving. That way now it's like, okay, cool. You want to get rid of this one? You're not gonna, now you got to get rid of the other one. Okay. Now we got 2 7K bodies, a 7K leader, and that's when you start to snowball. So play them early, play them often if you don't have any other. Otherwise, if you have this and then into this next turn, cool, play this out, take 1 Dawn, take 2 Dawn, pass it around and keep it moving. And then, you know, you got a 7K body. And if you're in the late game and you're doing these things already, you already got these out and they're like, yo, I got to swing into this so that this doesn't happen anymore. And then boom, we play another one. It is oppressive. It's like, God bless, I'm right back in the mix. Okay. So that's why we love this card. And Sanji's just great to pop. Turn 3. If you don't see this, you know, we're playing this out. Kind of makes me wonder, do we need it? Okay, kind of makes me wonder, do we need it anymore? We used to really want to get rid of, you know, Cavendishes and we used to want to do the dishes, Cavendishes, booby smokers, etc. We can get rid of everything but booby smoker with this card. So IDK about 3 more bricks. We will be thinking about that, and we'll keep that in mind for these games as well. Gum Gum Giant, great. Just helps mitigate a little bit with the bricks, and then also trigger, you know, you already know this pops a 6K body, activates our leader's ability, and set up to 1 Dawn is active on trigger. Gum Gum Giant, the goated of goats, 1K, 1 cost events. Now, I don't want to bore you guys too much, but let's get into it. Well, it ain't boring to me. I mean, we're going to talk about this card. Very exciting. There's a short that I did where I was going up against a Mami Nami, and they red rocked this, but we still had this and this, I believe, or this, and no, we still had these 2, and they red rocked this. I said pretend it was this. What would have happened? We just played this back door. We also had options to play this as well, but we played this and we kept it moving. Wound up winning that game. Spoiler alerts. So this is a fun card. We can play it out for 10. We can then swing Luffy's ability, and if we have this and this, then we're right back with plenty Dawn active, and we just keep it moving, right? And then of course the turn that we would want to swing with this card, you know, we don't have to activate that, but if we wanted to, you know, that would be something we do. And then of course it'd be a little tough. It'd be a little tough to do our leaders or Luffy's ability as well. However, keep this in mind, if you have a pudding out and you have this card out, which happens all the fucking time, it's not you know, coincidence. It's not a coinky dink. It's not hard. You would get 2 plus 1 is 3. Then you would go to 5 Dawn, right? At the end, well, actually you would get 3. Okay. From these 2 alone, and then if you wanted to use this one, you would go back down to 1. You'd be at 3 next turn, active, etc. 7K body, Hellhounds take their soul. So that's why we thought it was really cool. And then this one we think is really cool because we ramp to 10 pretty good. We ramp pretty fast. We're only second only to Purple Luffy, who will actually take a life to ramp automatically. But outside of Purple Luffy, and even still, Purple Luffy included, we ramp with the best of them now. We've got 12 cards that ramp, and, you know, with the Sanji Pudding and Black Maria, like I've talked about in the past, this can continue to ramp you. If actually anybody, once you have Sanji Pudding established, we're putting Sanji back in this. God bless. Once you have anybody, this card, anybody that negates 2 Dawn at a time, regardless if they have ramping capabilities built into themselves, this card will ramp you an additional active Dawn. because it's -2. You get 2 back with this, and then you get 1 back with that. Cool. With that being established, we ramp to 10 early. Often we play this out. They have to red rocket. Or when we attack, we negate the effects of all opponents' characters and leaders this turn. That means no Bonnie. That means no Anal. That means no Vegapunk. That means no Nami. Okay? No nothing. Nobody gets to have fun. If this card gets to attack, nothing. So we do swing with it first. But after that, everybody else is going straight to the face. So that's why we wanted to run 4 of it. Not searchable. It might change up the rest of our deck. We'll see. Anyhow. Is that enough brain busters for you guys? So I told you I'd reset the list to show you what it was when we're playing it. And this is what it was when we were playing it. Yeah, just like that. So this is the list we're taking in to OP12 and a little OP11 as well. But let's get into these smashes, shall we? All right, gang. Fuck the wuck is going on here, right? Okay, we're playing up against a purple green, a Gerbil, a Gerber baby, doffy. Okay, and I'm like, all right, okay. We got some cards. Okay, they got some cards. Maybe they're running Bruffy, right? Okay, so real quick, yeah, let's start. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this hand. Okay, so I saw this and I decided to keep. I decided to keep because I had a 6K and I had or 6 costs, excuse me, and I had a ramp. I said, cool, I see a line of play. I wind up drawing into Bruffy, and we are fucking happy. Okay, now I don't know if I would have kept that again, but it was a great hand. I don't know, it was a great hand. It's a great hand. So they're gonna go ahead and baby 5 search that ass. Okay, now we are very interested. Now also the other thing that's in play right now that I forgot to mention is it has been hell to get matches. I will show you guys at some point later in this what I'm doing, but it's basically just a bunch of like white squares, and it's not that, oh, you don't know who you're playing against, it's that I can't get the matches to work, and some of them were working, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But anyhow, there you go, right there. We played Bruffy for 5 because we activated ability, got him out there. They're gonna God Thread, they're ramping 2. What the hell's going on? We're taking life down to 2. We don't mind. We're holding on to things, okay? Now, they've got 5 Dawn. Let's go ahead and play this out, okay? The only thing I would change about my line of play right here now is I would have attached 1 Dawn to my Luffy leader immediately. That way, just in case there's any kind of, like, if you're going up against blue and they can bottom deck a 6 cost, you want to be sure that you're able, or rest the 6 cost, who knows? You want to be able to protect them, right? So they would be 7. You ain't bottom decking a 7. Sorry, Jack. Anyways, now we're swinging 8 into 5. And will we get them down? Right here, I should have swung 9. I should have swung 9. That's fine. Cool. We kept 2 on up. We got to be cognizant of them being green and them having access to horny ass Jones. John taught me that the hard way. We're playing Dracul Mihawk. And you know what's crazy? Is Dracul Mihawk's out. That's OP12. I just made the OP12 video. Nothing. Nothing. As a matter of fact, I'm over here. I like the spice. I like the spice. The OP12 spice? Fucking buffoon. I had no idea what I was doing. Anyhow, now we're going to play out Sanji. We want to turn that sideways. We want to be able to swing again. So yeah, again, not doing what I should have did, but that's all right. I don't think they have anything that, you know, would turn this sideways. So now we're going to swing 7 into 5. And I'm inclined to swing into Rosinante. However, they got all this Dawn active, and I'm just like, yo, I'm going to just keep it going. I'm going to keep swinging there. That's what I'm going to do. So swing 7, they take another free block, and we could swing 9 twice, take a life, etc. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what the clapback is going to look like, though. So I'm a little hesitant to do so. I'm going to swing 9. Let's just settle out of court for getting rid of one of their events plus whatever. Because at this point, at this rate, with the way it's developed, I'm going to be all right. Like, I'm going to continue to get a lot of cards out of their hand. We already got 2 of those spider webs out of their hand. They already don't know what's going on. I guess that was a skill check. But check this out. They're going to have to swing with Rosinante. Or they can't swing with Rosinante. The only thing they can do is swing with Mihawk. Our whole board is 7K. So that's 2K away from just countering out of that. And we're gravy, dog. We are the gravy train. Now, they play the old Dick Rider himself, okay? Now, that's going to freeze our board. However, I already told you guys. First off, look at our hand. Oh, yeah. A plethora of counter, and 2Ks or events. Anyway, so we're swinging 9 there. You're going to have to give me a 2K. Cool. A little frustrating that our board's been frozen. It feels like they got a big bird cage out here. It looks like they got a bird cage for everybody, all right? So they're going to swing 10 here. Now, I decided to take because I was a little greedy. And I think if I played that back, I would have liked to either just counter out. Yeah, I think I would have liked to counter out. Anyhow, so we got a pretty pivotal turn right here, gang. I mean, look at this. The clapback is going to be insane. We've got 10, 20, 6, 34 power worth of clapback coming back our way. Oh, sorry, I forgot to pause it. We do have some options. I'm thinking of we can, do this Rush Sanji. We could Gum Lightning. We could do some things. And I'm going to be spending some Dawn, it looks like. Okay? Negating a lot of Dawn here so that I can swing. There goes 2 more right there. Okay, so that's 3 Dawn minus. So far, we've only lost 1 Dawn total. They're going to do that thing. We're going to swing. I say swing with them first. Well, look at this. We decided to get rid of Rosinante. That way, if they use events, they're going to put 2 back, but they're not going to put 4 back. I'm making decisions. I'm making big boy decisions out here, and I'm going to have to live with them. They're able to block out of that just fine, and they're down to 4 cards. They take their last life. My board is incredible. My hand is great, but fut the wuck. Here we go. I was worried about horny ass Jones, forgetting that they got Horny Jones the event card. Oh yeah, that's the one. You may rest 3 of your cost 1. You may rest 3 of your Dawn cards. Rest up to a total of 2 of your opponent's characters or Dawn cards. Counter 1K, or excuse me, 1 for 3K. What the fuck, dude? An OP12 card. OP12 blocker. Has it hit me yet? We'll see. We will see. Now they're swinging 10 into 7. Give them 2 2Ks. We ain't worried about it. We would definitely not be worried about it if I hadn't done so much buffoonery earlier. But, I mean, I felt like getting rid of a swing was a really good thing. C'est la vie, dog. Maybe it was more important. Maybe we'll talk about it, but maybe it was more important for me to get 1 less swing and get 2 big city swings with Bruffy and Luffy, and then yes, get rid of Homeboy and then still have 2 Dawn active for the Gum Giants. Because if that's the case, we're big city hooping. Now, luckily for us, we draw another 2K, and that's going to be the ball game. That's going to be the game. They don't have anything after that. But I mean, that was actually an incredible sequence, showing you guys what having a 7K body does. So they spent 4 Dawn there. We've got 10K in counter. If they would have done 13 and 13, okay, we could have taken the first 13. And then they would have taken, they would have swung another 13. Even if they did 11, 1 Dawn, and then what is that? 15, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we would have won either way. And then we would have still had the life. Yeah, we would have been there. But let's take it back over here. this turn. So this turn right here, I think that I would have been in a better position had I just, it sucks, but had I just loaded up here, okay, or just let's pop here first. We would get one Dawn rested, one Dawn active, and then we do, you know, make it 9. You know, we give him 2. We do our thing, and then we give our Luffy another 9 or whatever, maybe even 10 or 11. But I mean, like 4 and 4, and we would still have, well, that would only be 2 Dawn, 1 Dawn. We would at least had 1 for a Gum Gum Giant. They would have had to take a big city swing. They would have had to come out of a lot of cards. We would have still had 1 for Gum Gum Giant, and then no matter what, we would have been okay. But anyways, that's just how powerful you are when you get to have your Bruffy out. Next, the thunders are rumbling, gang. That thunders are rumbling. You see how many times I've been trying to connect? That thunder is a fucking rumbling, and I'm worried about getting through this video. Anyhow, so we're going to go ahead and search. We can't get the Giant. We're going to go ahead and get the Sanji, though, because that Sanji's going to put on some big city pressure. And we already got the other Sanji. So there we go. Kept his hand. Was happy with his hand because I did have a ramper and I did have a searcher. I figured I got turns to find my Bruffy. We'll be fine. Swinging 7 into 5. They take. Great. And right now, everything's looking pretty good. I would like to have seen a Bruffy. I would definitely like to have seen one going into my turn. We're going to see another promo card. And at this point, I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's cute. Got a little promo card. She's got a wristband. That's cute. Still not thinking about where these cards are coming from. Why I was even allowed to play with the promo in my list. Yeah, actually, the games played in this, I thought I had Bullet. I had Bullet for the last game. All these games, I did have 2 of the promo Luffy. So do with that what you will. Now, swinging 6 here. What I wish I would have done is actually swung with that Zoro. And the reason why is because if I turn that Zoro sideways, right? We don't see our Bruffy here. We don't see a Bruffy here, right? So if I would have swung Zoro, they would have given me the same buffoonery. And then they would have been inclined to swing at Zoro, not our face. When you're staring down a 7K body, you would like for them to not be swinging at your face. And you would like to also be able to just let a card go. So I wonder what I think I block out of this one, because looking at that 7K is a little intimidating. We don't want to be playing against that. So now I'm going to play this out. We're going to turn that sideways, swing Law into it. No more free stuff for you. Now we're going to swing 7 there, or 6 there. They're going to give us that, and we can swing 7 twice. Still got to give me cards. Still got to give them. All right. And another thing I'm not doing that I should be doing against this leader in particular is, again, attaching Dawn to my leader to make them all +1 costs, because they have various triggers that could get rid of cards, right? Bottom deck them. Now, some of them might just be at that cusp, like Sanji. Like, he might just be getting fucked either way, but you never know. It's just good habits. So we got Paw Fruit again. Again, this is OP12. Our deck is not built for OP12. I'm still not realizing it. Still hasn't hit me yet. You got to understand, it's first day off from work. My first day back, I'm a different person. Okay, who you see before you is it's gear something 3-piece TCG, but it's not anyone that I could. It's unknown gear. Okay. Anyways, 7 to 5. We take that one. Okay. Another 7 to 5. This one we're gonna have to give up. Now we give up the chopper, and guys, we got a handful of bricks. Oh yeah, Brick City running for mayor. Yeah, get rid of Gum Gum Giant or Red Rock, and that's what's making me think, hey yo, maybe I should play out my big boot scoot Luffy. But when I tell you, having bricks and no Gum Gum Giant, and them going in, you know, to High Dawn or whatever, it just wasn't worth it for me. Just to me, it wasn't worth it. Now here we can you know what, right here we should Gum Gum Lightning that Kikanojo and just swing big with the remaining Dawn. That's what we should do. That's what we could do. Instead, we do this, and now nobody gets a swing. Yeah. 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 I think we could have even not Gum Gum Lightning and then just did 2 big city swings into their life, and you know, just been happy to have a blocker. They would have 3 swings, but we got 2 life and a blocker. All bricks though, so that's what's really chapping our ass. Now we're gonna take this one. We do get a giant Maliki. Okay, big city Malikes. For this one, we just give them that because we know what we're gonna play next turn, and we don't want to be playing over our cards anyways. So that's why we took that block. And a Hiyori to, okay, no doubt gonna get some buffoonery there. We draw into a 2K, that's good. Yeah, let's go for it. So now we swing that. I would have rather swung 6 first, swung 5, swung anything first, because they have to give me counter for that, and then they would have to counter for Sanji as well. We kind of dicked ourselves out of that. So watching this back, that's a big city mistake. Even if it's the same amount of cards, it gives you more swings to me mentally. So now I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm gonna give them this one now. Okay, they gave us another 2K. At this point, I was wondering, should I give up? Should I just do another? Should I just swing 7s until they take? You know what I mean? And I think that I'm going to go ahead and count against that, draw into another card, and now we're just going to swing 10 into 7 and hope to get rid of them. That way we only have to deal with 3 swings, not 4. They have an OP11 event, and I would like to. I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm a little like, what the fuck? But I'm a little curious. I'm a curious creature. I blew up the fucking video. Okay, so you may return 1 of your 2 cost or higher characters to owner's hand. Give up to 1 of your leader or characters plus 4K. Trigger, draw 2 cards. Place 2 cards from your hand in the bottom of your deck. All right. So we do that. They do that. They keep it alive. And now it's looking a little grim for us. And, you know, we always get to learn things that over here at 3-Piece TCG, we're always learning, right? Now, thunder is a rumbling outside. I really hope we make it through this. Swinging 9. I would like to counter out of that. Draw into some bricks. Bullshits. Okay. It don't look like we're making it out of this one, gang. But what I can tell you is the lesson learned is just how important Bruffy is. This is just how important Bruffy is. Bruffy's here, that's a 1K counter. You get what I'm saying? This was a 2 and a 1. Bruffy shows up late to the party. Not surprised. Not surprised. They had to get an Uber. They could not drive themselves. But yeah, so that's what it looks like at the end. Now, if we had the same board or the same game, but we were able to have Bruffy from this jump and have that 7K body as the thunder strikes, then yeah, dude, like we would probably, this game would have been completely different throughout the game. Completely different. All the what ifs, all the this, that, and the thirds, but it's looking like at this point, I was like, yo, they gave us Bruffy because we need that brew. We need to be on something. We need Drunken Master Luffy, okay? Or we ain't gonna make it. All right. That's because I'm playing an OP12. Hang on, I'm about to realize. All right, gang. It was at this point I realized I fucked up. Hang on. First off, no ramp. That's the only reason why I'm bouncing it back. That's the only reason why. Bounce it back. Got ramp. Got a 6K play. We're going first. We're happy. I look at Kuzan. I'm like, Kuzan ain't in a starter. He's not in a starter. Hey, wait a minute. I'm over here like, who are you? Yeah. I realized that, you know, Kuzan is an OP12. I've been playing an OP12. That explains the green event that almost had my ass. That's me. Ah! Up yours, OP12. The Fister. Sengoku Fist. But yeah, I realized I've been playing an OP12. That explains the green event. We're going to ramp that. We are taking that ramp. Please, sir. Thank you. That explains Paw Fruit that won them the game. You know what I mean? Explains a lot of things. So we want our rematch. We're going to take it. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and develop another Zoro. And because we ramped the way we did already off the Gum Gum Lightning, I'm setting up for a world where I can swing Zoro, swing Leader, and then play out Monk of the Loof. And yo, I know my guy's got some removal. I know he's got some removal options. But at 6 Dawn, like I told you guys, he's going to have to really come with it. Now, I would love to have had a... ooh, that scared the shit out of me. Trash one card from your hand up to one of your opponents cannot attack till the end of the next opponent's next turn. That sucks. So that's what they can do on 6. Nothing else, though. Nico Robin's the only choice we can make. And for this, now, at this juncture, I'm going to just go ahead and swing 7 with everybody. Actually, I'm going to swing 7. I'm going to swing 7. I'm going to swing 9. Big City. Pressure. Putting on that. Pressure. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay. So you got 100 cards in your hand. I see that. You're going to have to give me 99 of them. Okay. I need all of them. All right. That's fine. Now we're going to swing 9. I was about to say, I hope I didn't do my math wrong. There we go. Shit, I could have swung 8 and 9. That would have been fun too. You know what I mean? But here we are. They swing 5 there. I'm going to give them a 2K to make you have to swing into it again. We love it. What do you got for me? You got nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Oh, shit. We're going to get this video out to you guys today. And we may be going live today. Okay, so we're looking. So let's take a gander over here. So they got 2K there. They got another 2K. They got an event, another 2K. So they had some 2Ks. But ultimately, I think the bricks were just kind of really bogging them down. We were going to draw into another chopper. That would have been able to take care of that icy block, whatever counter they had. But, yeah, I mean, they were going to draw into one as well. So our next turn, we were going to be at 10 Dawn again. And we could do 7. We could do 7 and then just do the rest big city swing style here. You know what I mean? And call it a fucking day. I didn't see any blockers in their hand either, so that would have been it. If we do 7 and 7, then that leaves up 6 Dawn left. So we need 2 for the ability, and then we would be swinging 11, okay, with our finisher Luffy, and then we use his ability. We get 1 back, 1 rested, and then we would be swinging 12 to finish the game. So yeah, they ain't got that, Jack. This is 2 and 1 and 2, and no, they could block out of 2 7s, but that's it. Anyways, taking that, gang. This is what it looks like each and every time. I was just refreshing. It would give me a new one, and then I'd click on that one. Hopefully it worked. We got one. All right. Yamato. We got us a Yamato. At this point, I switched up the list. I went to Bulete. Okay, now I got 2 2Ks, but I'm like, I've got 2 2Ks that ramp, and maybe that was a great hand, but I'm like, yo, I need Bruffy. I draw into another ramp, and I find my law, and I get Bruffy out. Okay, so I will be playing Bruffy as soon as humanly possible. Be playing Bruffy as Bruffily Bruffable. They're gonna Hiyori, and I can only assume that they're setting up some kind of Kikanojo play or something like that. Oh yeah, we draw into the roar. We're gonna be all right, because now we're gonna swing 7 into 5, and whatever you thought you were gonna do, you can't do. Correction. New message. Oh shit. Real quick, the joke for new message, in the fire truck, we'll be headed to a scene, and it'll be like a wreck, and just like, oh, just a wreck. you know, we're mentally ready for that. Okay. And then we think it's just going to be a wreck. New message. Entrapment. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? Or it's just a fire alarm. Yeah, okay, cool. It's been, the fire alarm done went off at the house a couple times. We're headed over there. We're geared up. We're ready. And then we think it's just a fire alarm. New message. And the sound's just like, new message. And it's an actual fire. Oh, shit. What's the number to 911, right? Anyhow, we thought we put a Kikunojo back in their hand. New message. They Onami are fucking Zoro. Aren't jokes the funniest when you have to explain them? Anyhow, we are staring down a 7K. Banish. They're playing for keeps. Okay? I'm a Gum Gum Giant. Gatling the blocker away. Now we're playing Bruffy, and we're gonna have a 7K leader. Excuse me, not a 7K leader, but we do have 2Ks. We're feeling as good as we could. Okay, they give us a 2K to stay at 3. We already got that 4 life leader down to 3 though, guys. We're doing pretty good. Next turn, our Rush Luffy will be live, and our Don will be sexually active. Okay, now we definitely aren't going to be taking any life that we don't have to in this matchup, because another Onami, Futta Wuck, 9-5, Dolly Parton. They got rid of 2 bricks. That sucked. Take it. Fuck them. Yeah, we take it. All right. Now, as much as I would like to be able to play our big boot scoot Luffy, we're not able to. We're not able to yet. I think we're just going to 8. We didn't ramp again, so we're going to just go to 8. There we go. However, our opponent does have 5 Dawn, so we're good to go on that end. We're going to go ahead and swing here. Bing, bang, boom. I was thinking about swinging Law first, and perhaps I should have if that's what I wanted to do, but we did not. Anyhow, now they took the life. Cool. I'm swinging 3 into 3. Now, this should be a no-brainer for them to let this go, because I have a 7K leader, all right? And they're going to have to invest 4 Dawn for that to stay alive. If they keep that alive, I'm actually happy. I'm actually looking for them to do that, and they do. Great. I will never touch that card again. It was a mistake to put 1 Dawn on that anyhow. Cool. So I do that, and that 1 Dawn there, whatever, could have been a Dawn here. Whatever, dude. We ain't worried about it. So now I'm going to go ahead and swing 8 into 5. Leave 1 active. Why? I guess just to feign at this point. If they take that life, we're big city happy. If they don't take that life, yeah, we could have just swung 9 into them and forced them to take a life. That would have been great. That would have been hashtag cool for us. Now what it's looking like right now is we're gonna have a 7, we're gonna have a 10, we're gonna have a 7 Bruffy, 7 leader. We've got 10K Luffy, right? We're gonna use their abilities in a way that our other leader, or excuse me, our secret Luffy can swing 2 times. Okay, so we're gonna have 5 swings, all 7K or more. Okay, at least 4 of them will be 7. Actually, it's gonna be a 7 from Bruffy, 7 from leader. It's going to be a 7 from secret Luffy, then an 8 from secret Luffy, 10 from big boot scoot Luffy. Okay, so that's how that's gonna go. They're walling up somewhat, and they're okay. That has to have 2 for them to gain blocker. That was a unfortunate play, but you know what? They didn't have nothing to do anyways. Okay, cool. So they also gained a life, which is, you know, kind of sucks for us. Now we kind of change our tune here, because we don't think we can finish them now that they have 2 blockers, 2 life, 2 cards in hand. Not really worried about the cards in hand. More worried about the blockers and the life at this point. The objective things that we can see. That is subjective to whatever the possibilities are. We do know objectively their last life is going to be 2K. So I'm doing what I was talking about doing, right? Swinging 7 and 7. Cool. All right. I can swing 7 again. We're not going to do it. We would like to, but we're not gonna. And what do they give us? I'm hoping we get at least one of the blockers. If we get both of the blockers and we survive, we don't even get a blocker. So now we swing 10, we're going to get the little blocker. Yeah. So now they got 2 big city swings. Yamato's just the guy to do it. Okay, so we got the new Momonosuke. That was a piss poor decision right there. Oh no, Barbara, what are you doing? No, 7K for the turn, dog. No, and I take that, because I would have rather taken that first hit either way, just to have something for my giant, because I would assume, I couldn't tell that I was going to have a brick in there, but I would assume it's not going to be another 2K. I already got 4 2Ks in my hand, right? That's unfortunate. Like, I'm 7K for the turn. Yeah. Okay, now we're swinging 10. Let's do some fireman math here. Let's see what could have happened. Okay, if they didn't do all that buffoonery, could they have had the game? Okay, so we spin 6 here, right? And you've got to use your ability and blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. We've got a 6K, we got a 6K, we got a 7K. This would go to 8 if I'm not mistaken, after their ability has been used, and they would get rush. So, or would they just get rush? I think they just get rush. Either way. This, you could put 2 here, or you could put 2 here. Call it 2 there. So now you swing 9. Okay, cool. You swing 9. I take, like I would have taken anyways. Now, you can put, or you'd have to put 3 here. Swing 9, I take. Now you put 2 Dawn back. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Sorry. So one of these two plus this one, you get the swing 9. Bet. Okay, I take. Now you've got 7K with a rush, and you've got one more 7 with this. You've got 1 Dawn for this, and yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, okay, so that would be 8. And you could do 9 and then 7. And then obviously I've got all of the counter in the world. So that's just not going to work. But it would have been a little closer. It would have been closer. It would have been more optimal. But we would have gotten that either way. I think we're at the end of our allotted time for the day. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it over just a little. All right, gang. Well, there you have it. I want my revenge against that Nami. I feel like that was, first off, that was OP12, which I'm not even going to get an OP12. I'm going to get an OP12. I'm going to get an OP12. I don't care. No black cards. Actually, no, we can do black cards as well. Yeah. Look at that. Your leader is Koala or Monka Aloof. This character gains blocker and +3 cost. You may trash 1 card from your hand. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, your opponent trashes 2 from theirs. How would you have liked that there, Nami? Oh, cool. Anyways, let's not get lost in the sauce. That wouldn't work. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's not get lost in the sauce. Yeah, so I feel like it's performing very well now. Unfortunately, my first training I had with it didn't go great for me, just because I got rid of a lot of the different sauce that I had, right? A lot of sauce to deal with different things, and it just didn't. And I also, I wasn't playing right. It was a bad day. I just got back from Dallas, unfortunately. But anyhow, I feel like now I got the game in my hands, literally. literally, and I'm able to play it and really get the testing in. So after this has all been said and done, what do we like? What do we dislike? What would we move around? Douglas Bullet didn't show up in any of these matches because 3 of the 4 of them he wasn't there. You know who else didn't show up? That was a 2 of, because this was what the list actually looked like. That was the list. That's what it actually looked like. Okay, so just never saw it, never played it, never did anything with it. Really weird that I never saw it. But anyway, I feel like I run 2 of different cards. And when I'm running 2 of different cards, make that make sense, please. I see them all the fucking time, so much so that I'm fine with running 2 of them. But in this case, we were running, 2 of this, 2 of Bullet. We did see Bullet once, but we didn't play it. It makes me wonder, perhaps, do we get rid of this, and then do we just go ahead and put Sanji Pudding back in? If we put Sanji Pudding back in, Sanji or Sangoro, eh? Would that work with Sanji and Pudding? Would that work with this card? Anyways, if we put these 2 back in, now the entire list is searchable. The entire list is searchable with the exception of 4, 6, 10. With the exception of 10 cards. Well, of course, yourself included. We're big city fucking searching. We're gonna hit every time. We're gonna hit something every time. It's gonna be this Sanji though as well, because almost never would I rather get rid of a card on the board over playing out Bruffy. Almost never at this point. I mean, I can't think of a time that I'm going to want to play this for 5 when I could play this for 5. Because you're still playing it for 5. And if we only play this for 5, if we only play this and not this, and we get rid of this, then we have room for this. And this stays relevant throughout the game. That stays relevant throughout the game. So if we have this card staying relevant throughout the game, and now what do we do? Now we could have another lightning just for more removal, since we got rid of that removal. It's also searchable. We could get rid of Gatling, or excuse me, we could add another Gatling. We could add another blocker. We could add another Luffy, even though I don't really have one. It starts to really open it up. Whatever it is, it's obviously a flex pick. Whatever it is, it's just an extra copy of something, right? But that would be extremely interesting, Yeah, we're gonna have to smoke that one over, gang. We're gonna have to smoke that one over. We could just do an extra copy of Big City Luffy, or maybe just an extra copy of this Luffy right here. Right now we've got 4, 6, let's call it 10, 13, 17, and then 19, and then if you want to count these bricks, so we got 19 bricks, and if you want to count those, we're above 20, right? So these are things to think about. Maybe just one big boot scoot Luffy. That would be tough. Maybe we throw another Gatling in there. Maybe we throw another Gatling in there. We call it a day. Now we've got 5 cards that could ramp us off trigger. We've got another, card to help us with the buffoonery of the bricks. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a quick, update for right now. That could be the quick patch update for us. But I'm really liking it, and I think that this is the game plan we've got to commit to. I think this is the game plan we got to commit to, and just work with it. Sometimes you can't cover every single base in the world. You gotta just be a one kind of deck, right? And I think that's what we're kind of finding in this list right now. Yeah, I mean, we could throw some Robins in there. We can throw some Namis in there. You know what I mean? We could do some things, but right now I feel like we're good. We're not even, with most of the matches that we've had, we're not even playing out the blockers. I think it's really just this and this. And the thing is what you saw in that last video with Sanji versus Zoro, even though this was the biggest character on the board. I think I have it right here. Oh no, it's in the other one. It's in the other simulator. But even though this was the biggest character on the board, having a 7K body, what you're winning is the exchange and of the currency exchange. Your currency is higher, is worth more than theirs. They have to continue to invest to swing here and to even swing here. And when we swing back into them, into their leader, who is a 5K leader, 90% of the time, they have to give us more. And guess what? We're not using Dawn to swing 7 and 7. We're not using Dawn to do that. So like I'm saying, our currency is just worth more, right? So I think that's what's doing it. This is just there to polish them off. You know what I mean? I mean 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 10. It's getting real. It's getting real. So that's gonna do that. That's gonna do it for this one, gang. Do remember to smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, go down in them comments. Let me know what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, what would you be doing differently. This has been Murado Music with 3-piece TCG, Bear Pirates TCG, and I will catch you in the next one or the live today. All right, peace.
Stuck up in it, stuck up in it. Stuck in it, stuck in it. I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change.